Hello PlayStation lovelies and welcome to Access episode 67. Getting old now, aren't we? No is the answer to that. Just check out this week's fresh lineup. We're at the premiere for Arnie's latest action flick, The Last Stand. There's an exclusive chat with the guys behind upcoming PS3 survival horror Deadly Premonition. And we've got the latest news in PlayStation Briefing. But first, ready your plasma cutter and very best comfort blanket. Our game of the week is Dead Space 3.
If anyone in the galaxy deserves a friend, it's Isaac Clarke. The reluctant engineer star of Dead Space has, in the series to date, lost his girlfriend to suicide, his shipmates to pointy reanimated monsters, and used a laser lobotomy machine to slide the steel spike into his own brain in a scene that stopped me ever going to the opticians or indeed opening my eyes ever again. No. No, 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 no. No. No.
So it's only fair that in Dead Space 3, Isaac becomes super best pals with burly soldier man John Carver. John, say something nice about Isaac.
Let's get one thing straight, Clark. Nothing, not you or your obsession with Ellie, is gonna get in my way. You got that?
Okay, let's not have you do that then.
Carver and Isaac are sitting in a tree because the biggest new addition to Dead Space 3 is drop-in, drop-out co-op, which gives you the option of playing through any part of the game with a friend over PlayStation Network without messing with your solo campaign progress. It's especially useful for taking down the game's disgusting boss creatures and feeling less lonely while fighting through howling snowstorms. Co-op also lends an extra layer of psychological trickery to the game's already plenty scary goings-on, as Carver's hallucinations, he's lost his family and gone mad as a bag of soldiers, mean you and your real-life co-op partner see things differently on screen.
The inclusion of co-op and exploding Michael Bay bits like this and like this had some worried that Dead Space 3 had abandoned the quiet, cold horror of the original, but that's rubbish.
After a storyline involving unitologist terrorists yanks Isaac back into the action, he spends the first half of the game in an eerie, beautiful debris field orbiting a frozen planet where the climactic scenes take place. This part of the game is brilliant, full of dusty airlocks, stabby encounters in the dark, and gorgeous lighting effects that remind us just how pretty a monster Dead Space is. And don't worry if that sounds too romantic, because the game's other new trick is a gun crafting system. There's a huge amount of customization here, including the ability to combine different parts on the same weapon, for example a force gun that pushes enemies to the ground with a secondary fire that pins them in place. With different modifiers and circuit boosters, the options are nearly endless, although given how much fun it is to stomp enemies, the end result is still invariably a chunky soup of limbs and torso.
And that's Dead Space 3. Still scary, still the best looking sci-fi on PS3, and now full of DIY cannons and lasering zombies with friends. Dead Space 3 is out on February the 8th, and we love it more than Isaac loves Carver.
You Isaac Clarke? Get the off me.
Aww.
Sucking info juice through PS3's news straw now, it's your PlayStation Briefing. With just over 3 months until the release of The Last of Us on PS3, the reveal of these two collector's editions has now added impossible indecision to our acute case of really can't bloody wait any longer for this game. So, which do you pick, the Ellie edition or the Joel edition? No matter which face you choose, you'll get a swanky art book, soundtrack CD, collectible poster, and issue 1 of American Dreams, a Dark Horse comic detailing Ellie's backstory. Right, this time machine should work now. May the 7th, 2013. Go! Bums! It's only brought me forward 2 seconds. I may as well tell you about this ebook prequel to Bioshock Infinite then. The Mind in Revolt is a short story that comes bundled with the game when you pre-order it from Amazon and helps smooth over the more complicated creases in Bioshock Infinite's brainy narrative. Call us crass, but we're more interested in shooting a big tin man while riding a roller coaster one-handed. And finally, if you're more of a noise and explosions type of person, may we direct your destruction-hungry eyes towards this latest tidbit from EA's upcoming co-op shooter, Army of Two: The Devil's Cartel. In it, we meet the endearingly named Thug, who's an RPG specialist. No, that doesn't mean he's really good at Ni no Kuni, it actually means this. Army of Two: The Devil's Cartel hits PS3 on March the 29th. That's all for Briefing this week. We'll be back with more news next time. Diving into digital waters now, it's the week's best from On The Store. Out right now, and flying the flag for inventive PSN games on a tight budget is The Cave, a 2D platform adventure from the mind of Ron Monkey Island Gilbert. Playing as one of 7 unique characters, it's your job to delve into the gloomy depths and unlock the cave's secrets, one of which is the fact that it can talk.
Yes, I'm a talking cave.
And a really good game too. Download it today. Next up, we've got super-powered thigh-hugging suits of ultra-cool nanofibre. Who wants one? Then download the Crysis 3 multiplayer beta from the store today and engage in the latest round of Crytek's achingly cool sci-fi shootage. The beta is open for 2 weeks and is a great way to practice smashing your mates before the full game launches on PS3 on February the 22nd. See you on the battlefield. Guess what also looks nice? Bayonetta's hair. And now you can take it off, play with it, and stamp it into obscure enemies as PS3's premier action title gets a long-awaited digital release on the store. So if you've polished off Devil May Cry and are hungry for more slick and sexy action, it really doesn't come any more slick and sexy than this. PlayStation Plus subscribers have got an awesome new title to look forward to in the Instant Game Collection, as February's game of the month is none other than Hong Kong crime sim Sleeping Dogs, which comes fully loaded with amazing neon reflected in water lighting effects, a bunch of grisly contextual takedowns, and an open world the size of something really quite big. At no extra cost to your subscription, Sleeping Dogs is quite literally a steal. And if you haven't played it yet, then what on earth are you waiting for?
Just please, don't!
We'll have more from the store for you next time. If you thought this week's scares were over now the Dead Space 3 bit has finished, then unlucky you. Because for bonus level, we're getting our teeth into upcoming PS3 open-world survival horror Deadly Premonition, a game that holds the Guinness World Record for most critically polarising survival horror game. Quite the achievement. You'll be happy to hear we're at the This Is Awesome end of that divide, and recently caught up with Rising Star Games' Tomio Kanazawa and Access Games' Swery, yes, hello, to ask what are their golden rules for scaring the pants off gamers.
First of all, you have to have a mixture of scary and non-scary things. Non-scary things increase the feeling of the scary things. Also, my personality helps to create scary things. I used to be very frightened of many things. For example, I couldn't go to the toilet at night by myself, but having that memory of being scared helps me create scary moments. Finally, you should also be able to enjoy being frightened. As a creator, enjoying being scared helps me create that feeling in the game.
Alright then chaps, what are you most afraid of in real life?
My wife. Mostly I'm saying I didn't want to go to the toilet in the midnight when I in the childhood, so I'm also怖がりってなってるんです.
Sensible answers all round. Deadly Premonition is out on PS3 on April the 24th. Access All Areas this week comes to you direct from London and the UK premiere of Arnold Schwarzenegger's latest action flick, The Last Stand. In the movie, Arnie stars as small-town Sheriff Ray Owens, out to stop a reckless fugitive from driving really, really fast through his turf, which of course means lots of guns, lots of explosions, and some brand new Arnie one-liners.
Who the hell are you?
I'm the sheriff.
We braved London's sub-zero nighttime temperatures to rub shoulders with Hollywood's finest on the red carpet. Look how nice Rob looks in his hat.
Hi, this is Rob from Access TV. I'm here at a very, very cold Leicester Square in London, but things are going to heat up considerably in about 1 hour when Arnold Schwarzenegger walks down here for the premiere of his latest film, The Last Stand, and hopefully we're going to get a word with the man himself.
Arnie? Arnie? Hey, Arnold.
He just walked right past us.
Off he goes. Don't worry, he'll be back. In the meantime, here's Johnny Knoxville on doing his own stunts.
I did as much as they would let me. You know, like the producers on when I do a regular film always step in if they think it looks shady. But when we're doing our films, like, it's just us producing it, so no one gives a crap.
Your turn, Jamie Alexander. Give us your best Arnie impression before you freeze to death.
Run, get to the chopper.
6.5. Here's mine. Hasta la vista, baby. It's very good, isn't it? A massive thanks to everyone at Lionsgate UK and the cast of The Last Stand. Don't forget you can catch the movie right now in cinemas nationwide. With not long to go until the release of stunning JRPG Ni no Kuni, we thought we'd give you a quick heads up about the bizarre magical language scattered throughout the game. Flick to the back of your handy Wizard's Companion and you'll find a translation guide that's almost as helpful as We Are Brilliant, a guide that will help you decipher the message on Oliver's magic wand. Bring hope. Ah. And the front page of the book, a Wizard's Companion. Sensible. And this little graffitied utterance from this finely robed conjurer. I smell. Charming. That was you, wasn't it, Drippy?
Tidy!
Thought so. Ni no Kuni is out on February the 1st, and you have to buy it, otherwise we simply can't be friends anymore. See you next week.